Hey folks, good afternoon. It's June 10th, 2020, 3:46 p.m. Central, 4:46 p.m. Eastern, and the regular trading hours for market trading are closed now. Let's look at visually on the SPX chart what the expectations are and just show you a couple of breaches. So that's 360, that's 90, that's 45. All kind of Hertz cycle angles converted into moving averages and offset by 4 periods. That's what I use. And as we can see, we managed to close below the 90 degrees today. And we've had close below 45 a couple of times. Today we have a close below 90, which sits at 3197.4. Really speaking, we should not even like go above this today, but let's use the 3203 failure point from daily close for protecting our short profits. Okay, so now that the trade is starting to go in our favor, we need to have some strict stops to prevent any untoward loss of profits. The 360 sits at 3066. The midpoint of that will be 130 divided by 265 plus 3066, so 30, 3127 somewhere here. This is roughly 3105, and both from the Elliott waves model and the Michan model, we know that's kind of the lowest possible hit this week. Not saying it's going to happen because what we were seeing yesterday on the neural, which tends to be more precise uh, from the hourly waves, was 31, 32. Yes. So, you know, 611 is a low CIT. So ideally, we want to see a bigger low hit tomorrow before the markets turn upwards. So I just wanted to show you that as to what we're expecting. Um, I mean, in essence, we shouldn't really be going above this bar's high and absolutely not above this bar's high right after FOMC. So just keep that in mind. And with that, let's walk through today's update. And as usual, let's review the timing calendar once again. After all the histrionics for 4 trading days, we are respecting the timing calendar. 6-5 high plus 1 trading day. Since it was Saturday and Sunday after 6-5, we got the high on Monday. We're still respecting the timing calendar, and then we have a low CIT tomorrow before a reversion to retest the highs. So hopefully we get a bigger back down tomorrow. But we'll just have to play along and see. So that's on the timing calendar and still seems okay. Looking at the monthly VIX cycles, the expectation is we're so far removed from the pivot line for the monthly wave that we need to go back and retest that. That retest for tomorrow is at 31.34, and the Monday pivot is considered as the weekly pivot. So for Monday, we actually have that at 3093.35. I don't think we get there, but certainly uh, I think this pivot will be challenged, the 611 pivot, and anything below that is bound to recover out. Looking at the daily wick cycles, uh, so this seems to be cut. I'm just trying something new in terms of presentation. Um, so once again, we close below the bull bear mob or make or break line, which is also called the midline on the unified model. And so another successful lower close. Yesterday's bar, we had something like this visually, and that kind of came true. And over here, and except that I was hoping that we might be a little bit more lower today. Um, so for tomorrow, the the bearish pivot line is at 3114.59. So it kind of all starts to come together and rhyme across the models, and that's how I am able to build synergy in the forecast. So, and again, 3203 is roughly the midpoint between 0.618 and the midline at 3221.1. So there should be strict stop loss, less the spread, which I really don't know where it sits right now. I think it's -3, could be slightly lower. You can verify that. So that's the expectation for tomorrow's bar. Potential hit at 31, mid 3130s. Could be here as well at 3114.59, and then rebound and then continue upwards as per the timing model, because we need to be back up here. On the Michan, we finally have some degree of sell. And the reason I was asking for a confirmation on today's cash flows is the weekly pivots at 3190.01, and we closed at 3190.14. So if it was less than this, it would have been a screaming sell. Um, and I just noticed that the last bar actually closed at 3189, but there seems to be another 2 minutes that seems to update the cash price. So I don't know what that is about. If anyone does, do let me know. So this could have been a bigger sell, but for now we do have a sell protected by 3103.26 by the weekly wave. Same thing here, sell on hourlies. We actually closed below the pivot of hourly and daily, so we are moving down, and we have been kind of peaking below 3187.78. All of this points towards 3105.83. And the way I normally track this is by actually looking at the midpoints. So the next midpoint is 3146.805, and I think for sure that's what market is targeting. If that gets breached, then you need to look at 3105.83 plus 3146.805. That will be 3126. So that's that. And I'll just say nice attempt, because that was kind of the upper bound from a monthly GAN numbers perspective, 3251.54, and that was our nominal hit for June. And we had said that if we exceed this number, we'll get a fast move higher, and that's what we got on Friday. But then this is like the complete extent. That's like the zero sum GAN extremities. Uh, very, very rarely, give it like a less than 1% chance would the market exceed these. I think we got some excess in March of this year. That's kind of like maybe in the last 10 years, the only breach I might have seen. Okay, so here's the CIT, and on Sunday, I almost was gonna go with the 9 p.m. Because I was seeing potential for inversion. But it was in the end hard to predict which one would pan out. The rollover of the cycles. In essence, the Smart CRE2 gave us entry at 3117 ES, and we're kind of already made 3740 points off that. So, and more to come potentially. So if the cycle turned down here, I mean, where would you say it would end? I mean, not before midnight tonight or 1 a.m. tonight. And this area is flattish, and it's I think this is roughly 1 p.m. tomorrow, and it goes into the close. So I mean, the low should come in this area, and I don't know where that's gonna be. So we'll see, and we'll try and see if there's any let up in the sell signals intraday, just from a point of view of cashing out too soon. But I think if I clearly see 31.32, I'll be out. And if 31.46 on SPX cash is not breaking, that'll be another place I want to be out. So let's just see what the cycles can do at this point. If you look at this hourly close and this actual daily close here, it is lower than this. So this cycle is obviously going down. So this point is roughly between 7 and 8 p.m. Tonight. So is it possible we get a strong leg lower by then? I don't know. It's possible. We'll see. Okay. So good luck and do have your protective profit stop in. Thank you.